Well, hello and good evening. Let me turn down the music here. Boop doo 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 doo. Let me just stop it all together. Hey, hey. Excellent. Marvelous. Hi, hello, good evening. Welcome to the Ysbryd Games channel. My name is Jacob Burgess. I am the Director of Operations for Ysbryd Games, which is, in case you don't know, an independent video game publisher. You can go to ysbryd.net if you want to know more, or discord.gg/ysbrydgames if you'd like to hang out with the fantastic, wonderful community. And if you are watching this either on Twitch or on YouTube or on your phone or in space, congratulations, you are now a part of that community. Welcome to the fold, Ysbrydian. So tonight we are playing, as you might imagine, Necrobarista. I am going to be playing this lovely, lovely, wonderful visual novel. I just realized I have to do one technical thing, so give me just 1 minute while I interrupt my own flow of speech. Boop. Nope. Currently in use. Give me 1 second. I got a big thing popping up that would definitely interrupt the game itself. Give me just 1 second. Huh. Well, check that out. So the problem that's happening right now is that we got a new... we have filmed enough of these wonderful, wonderful streams with the Ysbryd Games community that it filled up my poor computer, which is quite beefy, if I do say so myself, but it is also full of me doing exactly this. So what I had to do is get a big chunk boy of an external hard drive, which I wanted to, and did today on the Discord, invite folks to help me name, because I like things that are here in my space to be named. You are not required, because this is something for Ysbryd, but for example, in my own personal life, I have named quite a few things. For example, my oil diffuser is called Gary Diffusey. My coffee maker is Caffeine Turner. My bread maker is Bread Astaire. I had a walk that is unfortunately no longer with us, who was named Walk Samson, which is the first thing that I named. And then a rice cooker named Steamin' Seagal, which was not actually named by me. It was named by Mike of Dragon Age fame, my buddy Mike, who is the creative director was the creative director for Dragon Age at BioWare, and he's fantastic. Anyway, yes. It's been one heck of a week. So let me, I'm trying to eject that hard drive. That hard drive is doing its best to stick around. Meredith Gerber says Terabyte. Corvus says Jeff Hardy Drive, which is a good wrestling reference. Fantastic. Jason Maxwell says Nimbus, because it's your personal little cloud. Oh, I like that. I like that very much. We've got two votes for Terabyte. I like that. And also it's not ejecting. So that's fun. Do I have to close all the windows? Okay, it says it's currently in use. But there's nothing that's using it right now. So Terabyte might be the thing. Might be the thing. Corvus asks, am I streaming onto it? No, I am not streaming onto it. No, I'm going to put things on the hard drive and then transfer things off of it. Wow, Windows, you are fantastic. All right, well, I'm just going to have to find a different port. What port on this computer am I not using right now for streaming? Where? A port, my kingdom for a port. Oh, well, there's an empty one. All right, well, let's try that. That didn't work. Let's try that. Hey, that worked. Fantastic. Yes. So this evening I have come armed with my normal water because we are playing. Sarah Sorrente says any port in a stream. Very nice. You can tell we're at a different camera angle because I was playing a D&D game with some of my friends on Monday night over at Loading Ready Run, and that's what I'm doing for the foreseeable future on Monday nights, and I didn't have time to move the camera over to the 3/4 view we usually use for this stream. And then I've also got my Pepako, which is here. Yes, camera. Good. Do camera things. Good. Which is a wonderful, wonderful solve for the throat because we are playing, as I said, Necrobarista, which does not have its own voice acting. I'm going to be providing the voice acting and going over my notes. And we're going to read everything and we're going to play it together, and it's going to be great. Necrobarista, in case you are unfamiliar with the game, is about a coffee shop set in the future, run by necromancers that are also baristas. It's a cafe. Oh, it's in Melbourne too, which is really cool. Amethyst just subscribed and has done so for 13 months. I apparently got an emote thanks to that subscription. Thank you very much for that. And also Hoktari subscribed and has done so for 16 months. Thank you very, very much for your support, both of you, and for being here. So, we're just biz dev background stuff. Nothing really public facing to shout out about, but you all are fantastic. We're here. Let's play some Necrobarista. Oh yeah, that's right. I also got some new tea, which is Tulsi out of India. Tulsi is also known as holy basil, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it's decaf, which is nice, because I had half a cappuccino about an hour ago, and that means I'm definitely going to be up past my bedtime. So, yeah. Oh, also, you can see right here, I bumped my head. I opened a door into my own noggin. I opened the door and then got distracted by something behind me, and I was still holding the door, and then when I turned around, I bumped into the door. And then I laughed a lot. Boy, did I laugh a lot. So let me know how you're doing tonight, by the way, while I get everything set up. I hope everybody's doing fairly well. We had somebody on the Discord recently go through a tough time, and it was very, very heartening to see. It's always very heartening to see members of the community come together for one another. That's fantastic. Definitely not required. Everybody has their own emotional energy and their own emotional strength. You got to take care of yourself first, but it was great. So I wanted to shout that out while I was here. And as always, thank you very much to our mods. And I also saw Meredith Gerber in the chat, our mod Sarah Sorrente, who I see in the chat tonight, and Meredith Gerber, who is our social media coordinator, who has been crushing it as far as social media goes, and keeping things witty, light, and funny. Yes. Night Villain 28 says, that is great. I'm in the dumps right now. So a good Jacob stream always helps. Excellent. Man, I'm happy to provide. It's good to be here for each other, even if I'm trying to be here for people on the other side of the screen. If we can provide an evening to lift you up out of said dumps, be those dumps in the toilet or a landfill, happy to help you out of that crappy situation. Anyway, let me get things started here. Boop. Oh, I almost hit a button on a secret thing. Oh, that would have been bad. Oh, that would have been really bad. Funny, would have been bad. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was not... Sorry, I am laughing at myself on how badly I almost just hooped it. Oh, man. Like I said, we're working on some stuff in the background. And man. Oh, I almost just showed something way ahead of when we were supposed to. Anyway, there's cool stuff coming. So hopefully I'm not gonna... Ooh, man. Robert Merlot, another one of our lovely mods, says you really need to be careful about where you put the eject button. Yeah. Alright, give me just 1 second. Let me just move everything around so I can see everybody. Oop. I'm just gonna change the size of the screen. Make it a little bit smaller for myself so I can put everybody on one screen-a-dini. Alright, excellent. Boop. Alright. Lovely, 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 lovely. Hoktari says, maybe move the secret thing somewhere else. Wish I could, buddy. Wish I could. And there we go. We'll just pop the, boop. There we go. That should work. That should do her. I think everything's all good. We going? We're going. We're going. We're off to the races. Not really races. This is a very chill game. This is a very chill time. But hey. Whew. Yes, good. That is on silent. I am not on silent. Game volume isn't too bad right now, but it might end up drowning you out during cutscenes, just so you know. Well, you know what? Let's try to just hit the pre-mixer. Let's just hit that now. Shall we? There we go. There, that should do it. Alright, hopefully that does it. Ba-bow. That's right, we stopped here. Because it looks like near Automata. Automata? Automata? Automatopoeia. That's how you spell out a sound a robot makes. Like beep boop. It's in Automatopoeia. Anyway. Kishan. Day 2, 5 p.m. outside the terminal. Oh, getting close to your time being up, bud. Oh, gotta go over my notes here. Nope. Nope, those are definitely D&D game notes. D&D game notes. Ah, there we are. Battlebot, Battlebot, Battlebot. I don't know if we landed on anything for him. Yes. Yes. This one, yes. You right? And then Kishan. Sorry, I'm just going over my notes. I want to remember what I did so that we have continuity. If anybody wants to remind me, you go right ahead. Wasn't he like Texan and then went Cockney? Yeah, so I think we landed on Cockney. Cockney. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Cool. Mind if I join you? Go for it. Unfortunately, today was really busy. I didn't get the time to practice that I wanted to, so things might be a little jams. Otavio Sauto just subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. Ooh, these are really cool emotes in the chat there. Oh, that's very cool. I like that. Jury? You want a durry? I'm sorry, Durry. Coffin nail. Cigarette? Do you want to smoke or not? Oh, right, of course. Yeah, sure. Sorry, it's been a weird day. Thanks. No worries. Where are you from, then? Yeah. You're the first to ask? I live in Collingwood. Oh, yeah? Whereabouts? Smith Street. Oh, bit pricey up there these days, isn't it? Bet you like your avocado toast. Ha! Piss off. I've got housemates. Well, nah, I know what you mean. Bit odd. Being dead and all that. Takes some getting used to. People keep saying that, but it doesn't make me feel any better. I understand. Do you? I reckon as much as anyone can, yeah. Right. Hey, what's avocado toast actually taste like? Huh? I've never had it. Can't you just go out and eat some? I'm sure Maddy could whip it up if you asked. Avocados are a highly malevolent fruit. Don't trust them one bit. Plus, I've got this whole situation. Oh, so that's what the straw was for. You got it. So what does it taste like? I don't know, like avocado and toasted bread. Avocado is kind of cold and mushy, but it's got a good taste. Like peas? Definitely better than mushy peas. Love me a bowl of peas, mate. What? Because they're the only thing you can eat through straw? Watch yourself. Oh, that's a cute smile. Very charming game. Gonna zap me with your Death Council powers? First off, it's the Council of Death, not a Death Council. They're totally different things. 2. Secondly, you really think that's what we do? Walk around shooting lightning out of our fingers? Well, when you put it like that, it sounds a bit silly, yeah. We don't do anything like that. We just keep things running smoothly is all. Harassing cafe owners to settle their time debt isn't something we like to do often. So, you just keeping the peace. That is very good water. Water is a difficult thing to do in a game. As fucking ironic as that sounds, yeah. Ned keeps the peace. Dude. I know. Want another? Sure. I just noticed there's no railing at the end of that. So that's either for ships or it's a gate, I think. Looks pretty gatey. Maddy. Let's see. I cannot read my own notes. Anybody remind me? I'm having trouble reading my own notes. I wrote them very quickly. Maddy. love the sunrises here. I think it was just a little bit higher. Yeah, I don't think she had an accent because she was the main character. I think it was just my accent, just higher, just pitched up. That's what we're going to do. And now I will write a legible note. Your voice. No. Accent. Pitched up. Cool. Excellent. Paper Dupless says, I think she might have just been Jacob with a sprinkling of smarm. I'm good with that. I love the sunrises here. They're all right. You watch many sunrises, Ned? Not enough, no. Even semi-immortals need their sleep. I like to just sit here and watch it. Even when it's cloudy or raining, there's just something about watching the sunrise that makes it easier to deal with the coming day. Feeling optimistic all of a sudden? No, I still feel like shit. Ha! How about you, Kishan? Oh. Kishan? I don't feel great. I'm still having a lot of trouble, You guys, I'm dead, and I've only got a couple hours left before I have to go, and I don't think anyone here really properly understands what it's like to see your last sunrise ever without any idea of what comes next, and that is really fucking terrifying. And I'm never going to see my friends, or my boyfriend, or my family again. I'm just going to pass on, and I'll never know how they'll remember me, or mourn me, or if I'm even going to be remembered as a good dude who tried his best, or if I'll just be forgotten in a year. But that good dude who tried his best couldn't even win a friggin' game of 5-fingered fillet in the basement of a cafe that basically sits on the banks of the Styx, as far as I can tell, and God, I can't even tell if that matters. Were the stakes low? High? I can't tell. I'm so disoriented, and I'm trying so desperately to feel something, but all I feel is that I'm slipping away with every second. I'm losing myself by degrees, and that is incredibly scary, and I don't know how to deal with it. And he sticks the landing. Many ellipses. Yeah, fair cop. I actually came out to apologize for that. Sarah Sorrende says, that's nifty framing. Yeah, it really is. The game. Oh, for God's sake, Maddy, have you been gambling again? Can it, Ned? Kishan, I shouldn't have taken that time from you. You took it fair and square. I don't feel like I did, so I'm giving it back. Believe me, I'm as surprised as you are. I don't usually do this. What's different this time? That's my business. I can't believe you're still swindling people out of hours to try and fix your debt. Dude, I know. It's bloody undignified. And it's a clear violation of the rules. I will banish you right now, my man. I thought you stopped pulling that crap once you took ownership of the cafe from Che. You really think doing this is going to help you pay his debt? This debt? Yes. Absolutely. And if you've got any bright ideas on how to do it otherwise, I am all ears. We should have never granted you and Che those licenses to practice. You've obviously failed to be responsible with them. You really think we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't have the licenses, Bushman? Given your history, the hypocrisy on display here is astounding. That's all behind me, and you know it. I've been working on doing some good for the last 100 years. With the council? Really? Yes, we maintain the balance. You know why that's important. Sure do. I don't need you mortalizing at me from your ivory tower. Oh, moralizing. Mortalizing. What's mortalizing? Don't mortalize me. Immortal? Is that turning somebody from an immortal to mortal? To mortal. M-O-D-R-E-L. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, though. Sure do. I don't need you moralizing at me from your ivory tower. Give it a rest, guys. But I'm pulling the last day on Earth card. Quit it. I'll be inside. Come find me when you want those hours back, Kishan. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about all this. I've never been to the other side. I love how he has shorts and essentially like sandals. I was too afraid to leave. Walked the land for decades, evading the council. That's a crime they call revenancy, staying too long, upsetting the balance. But in lieu of booting me straight to the next place, or some sort of eternal punishment, the council offered me a job. Sorry, that's all stuff you don't care about, I suppose. It's interesting enough. Nah, I'm just filling up empty air. You should head inside and grab those hours back. Truth be told, I'm not feeling especially fond of Maddy right now. She might have been dishonest with you, but even I can tell she's at the end of her rope. And you might not be able to see it yet, but I think the people in there are fond of you. Corvus says, checked episode 1. Kishan was a little lower, a little gravelly. No accent. Ah, yes, thank you. You think so? Oh, that's right, yeah. Kishan. Pitch lower. And slight. Oh, no, spell that correctly. Slight gravel. Cool. Excellent. Maddy wouldn't have offered the hours back if there wasn't something different about you. Plus, that kid Ashley seems to like you, yeah? I guess. Oh yeah, that was Kishan. She just kind of dragged me off and got me to hold her screwdrivers for her. Trust me, she thinks you're great. Go on, go inside and say hi. I've got some business to go stick my nose into anyway. Alright. Catch you in a bit. I've got some questions about the council. I love all of the slight animations. Like, they're all very well selected. Of course. I won't be out for long. Later, mate. Hey. Yo. Do you want those hours back? I guess so. It's only 4 hours. I don't think it'll make much difference. If it's okay, I'd prefer that you have them. Ashley's been enjoying having you around. Just Ashley? And me too, I guess. You seem pretty reluctant to admit that, my dude. Don't psychoanalyze me. Sit still for a minute. Alright, lay your hand on mine and place your index finger on my wrist. This part of your ritual, or just an excuse to hold hands? Shut up. Thanks. Watch carefully, and no matter what you do, don't move your hand. There's usually a binding spell I use to make sure that doesn't happen, but I've run out of the reagents required, and you probably don't care about that. True. Alright, yep. I give this time freely and without coercion. As above, so below, I maintain the balance. Ooh. Ow. I maintain the balance. That's it. How do you feel? I actually feel better. I feel less itchy. Yeah, we weren't kidding about that yesterday. As you linger, you begin to upset the balance, and, as I understand, it doesn't feel good. Right. Yeah. Why does Ned get to stick around then? Does he just ignore it? The Council are a special case. They are more similar to demigods, or demons, than they are to us. That's fascinating. Tell me about it. I'd have joined ages ago, but they're uptight dicks. They don't seem so bad to me. That's because you've not run into any of their ridiculous rules. Bunch of bloody regulations on manipulating life force and certain standards on the treatment of spirits. Is that why you gave me the arrows back? Because Ned realized you broke the rules? No, that was all within the guidelines, despite his blustering. I gave them back because I felt bad. That's all. Oh, neat, so you pity me. But she just extended your existence as you know it for hours when she didn't have to. Maybe cool it? I love that. I'm actually really into it. No, dude, it's not like that at all. Oh, man, he's just gonna double down. Nah, you don't need to clarify. I get it. I want my worldview to be the one that I force on this situation, so I'm just gonna walk away and not actually open lines of communication and clarify things. Seriously. Last day on Earth. Moving on. Fine, sure. I'm sorry. Sorry, I've got to serve this customer. I understand it's the dude's last day on Earth, but that's a real crap way to handle things. I'll help. Really, it's probably not a two-person job. Yep. Come on. Unless he meant that... I'm not sure I read that right. He may have meant it as just like... I don't know. It felt like a crap way to handle that conversation. But he could have meant it as... It's my last day of Earth. I don't want to dwell on this. Like, we're cool. I don't know. My gut says my initial read was right. And they're just kind of sweeping it under the rug. I'm not sure. Either way, in my opinion, it's not good. Day 2, 6 p.m., the terminal. Phew. Anything else that needs doing? Nah, I'm gonna take this tray of glasses into the kitchen. You can go chill for a bit. I'll take them. You need a break. Sure. Oh, I love that drying rack. I love that drying rack. Oh, I want that drying rack. Where's the kitchen? That way. You'll find it eventually. Cool. Back in a minute. I hope she's not going to do something stupid to get him to stick around. And I do like how all of the other kind of non-narratively important customers, like, they still show that the place is busy with kind of the blank bodies there. Okay. So Che had a light Cockney accent. Couldn't get the Texan down, so I did jowls. Okay, cool. And Maddy was just fast. Jason Maxwell redeemed community posture check. Your pawns are nothing compared to the raw power of my castles. Nothing! Yeah? What's this then? Ah! My castle! Brought low by my own hubris. No, I was just a pawn. And maybe a little bit hubris. Bishop. Knight. Ah! Your other castle and check. Oh, God, I love chess. Check, you say? Oh, I didn't think of that. You activated my trap card. Hey, Maddy, come check this out. Yeah. I tricked him into a false sense of security. Oh man, that's embarrassing. You seriously let her outmaneuver you that hard? Yeah. I'm very ashamed. I suppose the real hubris was inside me all along. I friggin' love winning. I should try doing this more often. A chance win at chess. Could grow into a big winning streak, you know? You want to play something with us? I really should head back down to the bar. There's nobody there. Come on, take a load off. If anyone really needs you, they'll know where to find you. How about I grab us all a drink, make sure there's nobody waiting down there, then we play something. Won't be 5 minutes. You actually gonna come back this time? You never come back. That was a good shot, like through the arm. Very, very good. Good cinematography. That is good cinematography right there. Yep. Yep, that's nice. I'll come back. Promise. Why don't you pick out a game while I'm gone? Let's find something, Ashley. What do you feel like playing today? Something... Something with lots of dice. Dice it is. We'll see you in a minute, Maddy. Day 2, 6:15 p.m., Ashley's workshop. Ooh, that is a very cool effect. What the fuck is that? Are they underwater on one side of the building? It looks like a coral reef? Or the surface of a sun? Or the intestines of an old god? Who knows? I love the look on Maddy's face here. And that's why the 4th season of Robo Battle Royale was an absolute betrayal. But you still want to be on it one day. Well, yeah. Unless an indie circuit opens up. Like in wrestling? Exactly like in wrestling. Melbourne's got a local show. I want something like that. You could probably put your own local league together if you worked really hard. Perhaps you could build the robots and get people to battle them? Human-controlled bots are boring, though. I want to get more of that spirit juice and put together a bigger Ashling. How big? That's a good question, and that should have been your first question. Very good instincts, Maddy. I think I'll start at car-sized and then move on to more of a bus-adjacent form factor. Ha! I'm sure we have enough to power one of those. I'm not sure we have enough to power one of those. You'd have to get Maddy to source you a large amount of it. We'd need liters of it, at least. That'd be super cool. Didn't you say it was illegal, though? Well, technically. But what Ned doesn't know won't hurt him. Dangerous game. He'd lose his head if he knew half the things we were doing around here. I don't know, he seems fairly lenient with you, right? He wasn't always like that. A long time before you turned up, he nearly shut me down because Would you believe it's because I sheltered a criminal? Which is probably how you racked up a big debt in the first place. Ned nearly shut you down because of that? Am I thinking of the same criminal you are? Trust me, the irony was apparent. I found it very, very funny. What sort of criminal were they? Just a minor demon on the run. I don't know what she did to get a price on her head. I just took her in when she stumbled through the door, dripping blood everywhere. That's metal. It was extremely metal. How long did you manage to hide her for? Corvus says, remember, you can click on the yellow words, Jacob. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, not too long. Maybe 6 weeks. The time flew by, if I'm being honest. Why's that? Oh, excuse me. Why's that? Was she from the clock realm? No, nothing like that. We, bonded. Magically? How'd you do that? I thought I heard you telling Maddy that sort of thing was impossible between beings on this plane. I really hope that Ashley actually knows and she's just egging them on. No, not magically. We were... lovers. Ew. Yuck. Ew. Happier days. I love hearing about when you were young and reckless. Gosh, what do you think I am now? Old and boring? Definitely old. Well, despite myself, I must say you're definitely not boring. Ah, there's that patented Maddy charm. Well, you know me. I'm full of them. Oh yeah. Charms. Hexes. Curses. That's all on your account, old man. Ha! I won't deny it. Hey, Maddy. Hey, dude. Having trouble finding the kitchen? Yeah, I couldn't. I checked everywhere. It's just behind the bar, man. You can't miss it. I told you, I checked everywhere. Nah, you're not catching my drift. It's just behind the bar. You can't miss it. Have another look. It'll be there this time. Sometimes you gotta remind the quantum hallways that they exist. Fine. How long are you going to keep me, Maddy? Oh, we're keeping him? No, we're not keeping him. I'm going to let him stay as long as he wants. He'll leave on his own accord at some point. You feeling sorry for him? Weirdly? Yes. I don't usually get attached to customers, but he's a good dude. I like him. Do you like him because he's nice? Or because he was good at passing your tools over? Yes. Don't get too attached. He's not going to be here forever. Well, duh, I know how it works. I'm going to enjoy having him around, just like you taught me. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Oh. Oh, what you doing? Oh, adorable. Adorable. Ashley. The Maricat just subscribed and has done so for 15 months. Thank you very much for your support. Ashley, that's from the motivational calendar I threw out last week. I never said that. Same. I'm used to people moving on is the point. I can deal with it. Intense worry face. Good. Day 2, 6:30 p.m., the terminal. Love those shoes. I will say it every damn time. It's 1, 2, 3. He should be out of there soon. And there he is. These people don't need to sleep? I thought the bar was only open from... Oh. Oh no. Fuck. Yeah. Why does she keep antagonizing him? You're gonna keep staring at the coffee stain, or... Nah. Yes. Okay, whatever. What do you want from this conversation? I'm an open book as far as matters of life and death are concerned. Yeah, I don't want to go. I know you've probably heard this from, I don't know, 1,000 people or whatever. 1,000 people. Given the amount of traffic the terminal gets, or how long it's been open, 1,000 people is a pretty low estimate. It's not about staying around for people or wanting to go back to my old life. As wonderful and not stressful as that sounds. Like, I'm not afraid of what lies on the other side. I don't think there's any point worrying about it until I'm there. Healthy, I think. I just don't think I've spent enough time here. The cafe? Oh, I love that art. I love that art. Oh, I would take any of those paintings for my house. Hello, randomly appearing person. Hello, randomly disappearing person. No. All this. I guess you call it this plane? Roughly speaking, I suppose so. I want to know what you did to be able to stay. Sure. Did Maddy give you those hours back? Yeah, why? Well, that's a way. You can just find enough hours to stay as a spirit, half here, half gone. But it's a wretched existence. I wouldn't want to live like that. How'd you find the hours, though? There's only so many you can get from consenting beings, right? The crappy psychology of gambling aside, you're right, yes. So the question is, how do you do that? How do you create life from nothing? The answer is that you can't, Kishan. It's impossible. There's always got to be some sort of balance maintained. Everyone who learns to manipulate the fundamental life forces understands that, no matter whether they're doing good or bad things with their skills. Here's the thing, though. You don't need both parties to agree. It's just a social nicety, something that separates us from, well, people who don't do that. That's where the idea of vampires came from, for example. Those bastards. They're not special or anything. They're just dickheads. Anyway, if you can take life force from people, you can also drain it from animals or plants. But in this business, there's a lot we don't or can't understand. One of the things we can't understand is why life force from animals and plants is tainted. It feels gross. If it didn't, everyone would take it, consequences be damned. How are you feeling today before Maddy took those hours back? I felt like I was slipping away. Like my mind was really foggy. Foggy. It's scary to run when it's foggy. You don't know what you might be running toward. It was really hard to think or put sentences together. Nobody really noticed, though. Typical. Imagine that, but 10 times worse. You're foggy, but there's also something fundamentally wrong. Like you're a collection of puzzle pieces that don't quite fit together. Hands up if you've had days like that. Like an engine that's running out of oil. That sounds horrifying. Right? So, should I do it? Probably not. I love how expressive his mask is. Let's say mask. How would I stay otherwise? Well, you could always just go on the lam, just run for it. But you'd catch me. Oh, not me personally, but yes, the council would eventually. And that's it? That's my only option? Perhaps. Depends on how you feel about bonding your soul for eternity to a fundamentally neutral arbiter of justice. Neutral. The downside of neutral arbiters is that they're never on your side. I have no strong feelings about it one way or another. Smartass. Would you regret it if you stayed here forever instead of moving on? I don't know. I guess that'd be up to me, right? How do you mean? In the end, how I feel about taking a big branch in my life is just a matter of how I frame it. I could focus on what I'll regret, sure, but it's not a useful way to spend my time. If I focus on the future, on everything that's in the possibility space, instead of outside of it, that's probably better for me, yeah? Sure. You don't sound convinced. I'm just ambivalent on it. I try not to think about anything too hard these days. But if you're willing to accept eternal bondage with the Council, I can keep you here. It's not easy work, though. You have to act in the best interest of the system, not its individual parts. Bureaucracy at its finest. How did you learn to deal with it? Just took some time. When you're used to it, you learn not to think too hard about what you're doing. As long as you take a holistic view of everything, things generally shake out all right. We tend to only bother the biggest rule breakers anyway. Maddy being one of them. Habitually. She wouldn't be getting so much leeway if it weren't for Che. I don't understand that guy. He's nice, we've chatted a bit. But what makes him so special? He's provided services in the past. I can count on one hand the number of people who know as much about the manipulation of life force as he does. He's been researching it for over 100 years. 100 years. A lot has changed since the days when Che was a young man. No way he's that old. He looks like 60, max. Yep, much older than that. Wild. We're getting sidetracked, though. How do you feel about joining the Council? I don't hand out offers willy-nilly, you know. I'm interested, but can I have some time to think about it? How much time do you have? You've been out for nearly 25 hours. You're overdue. Put it on Maddy's tab. Okay. I assume you're not going to stick around forever. Unlikely if the next few hours are anything like how I felt this morning. I'll stick around until you have a solid answer then. Cool. Want to get drunk? We're already drinking, right? Nah, Che told me about something pretty special he's got behind the bar. Unless it's something really special, he's probably offered me some. And even then. So you've tried the bottled soul? You pulling my leg? Nope. You've got to be mistaken. You haven't seen it in person, have you? Actually, yeah. I actually have seen it. That's quite illegal. I expected better from him. Damn it. So, are we going to drink it or not? Council regulations require me to confiscate it, or force the owner to dispose of it. Confiscate. Ned doesn't steal anymore. He just confiscates. We'd be doing him a favor then. I suppose. Come on, dude. Che said it'd knock you flat. When you say you, do you mean me? Or you? Or just anyone who drinks it? Anyone. It's like 200% alcohol or something. That's not technically possible. It's called Bottled Soul, and you're like a reaver. But I'll admit, my interest is piqued. Piqued. My interest is piqued. Better piqued than dead. Well, then let's not waste any time. I like the idea that he already came to this conversation with the bottled soul, like, behind the chair, so he didn't have to go up and get it. He was just like, well, this is happening. Damn it. This was a setup, wasn't it? He did have that. Awesome. Fantastic. Basically. You in? Fine. Oh, this looks deadly. Good thing dead people can't get alcohol poisoning. Hey. To bureaucracy. Ah, to bureaucracy. God, that looks cozy as fuck. His coffee beans. Yo. Your orders arrived. 3 days late, mate. I got held up by a mutual acquaintance of ours. Ah, shit. That explains why he's in my hair. I'll be there in half an hour. Ooh, that's such a good shot. Every frame is a painting in this game. This is a beautifully shot game. Nope. Okie dokie. Checking the notes. Ah, yes, okay. So that would be... No, that's not the milk bottle bot. That is the bottle bot. Ah.
The catabasis is considered to be a vital part of the hero's narrative. Every hero goes to hell at some point. And in the stories, they usually come back, which is the bit that seems weird to me. I don't think that's how it works in real life. The cafe has a bunch of heroes come through, claiming that they were going to conquer hell and come back. They never returned as far as I saw. The idea of catabasis is that, in the grand scheme of things, hell or the underworld or Hades or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it's on the outside of wherever we are, like we're trapped inside this sphere, and we leave it to go to hell. Did the ancient Greeks ever consider that maybe we've been on the outside the whole time, just waiting to get in? Maybe they did. Matter of perspective. I guess I'll ask one sometime if I ever meet one. But perhaps we're just waiting our entire lives for this to pass through the firmament to the next place.
Cost Jason just subscribed. Thank you very much, and welcome. You're a first-time subscriber. Welcome to the Ysbryd Games channel. Welcome to being the Ysbrydian.
To be driftwood that washes up on the shore of whatever the next place actually is. seems weird, but maybe that's where we're naturally meant to be. I'm thinking it's possible that this world isn't some sort of proving ground or anything. Maybe it's just a waiting room. A beautiful, flawed, complex waiting room. Personally, I don't think there's anything like heaven or hell waiting for us. No judgment either. The world doesn't ever operate in binaries or absolutes. That's just flawed human thinking projected onto things that are much, much more complex than they can ever perceive. And I don't think what's waiting on the other side is even something that we can conceptualize at its core. It's a shame that it's a one-way trip, though.
Oh, good. Do, lots of gravelly voices, lots of gravelly voices, gotta soothe the throat. Put the cap back on, put the cap back on the peepacoa. Peepacoa, 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 yeah. That's Peipakoa, if you would like to look it up. I use this quite often, mixed with tea. The Maricat just dropped a bunch of subs before we pick out our words to Lord Durin, Pokernuts, Rocking Demon, Meredith Gerber, and Despoiler 98. Thank you very much again for your generosity. Let's see. Collingwood standards, 1,000 people. Well, we're just picking things that I like. Semi-immortals, 2-person job. Whoops. The next place. Stop it. Give me dice. Stop drifting back there. There we go. Dice. Minor demon. Hubris. Bowl of peas. I gotta get a haircut. Dead. 2-person job. Kishan. Dice. Death. Lore. I'm liking all these words. Lore. Fantastic. Food. Most excellent. And Che. Continuo. Continuous. Oh, excuse me. The Maricat asked a question, but Sarah already answered it, so YouTubers, I guess you just get to wonder. Oh, I'm outside. Oh, I'm outside. Badass. So badass. Oh, wow. That's an axe. Perfectionist. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, this is very nice. You go down an alley that way. I mean, we came down an alley this way. No, I want to go over here. I want to go see over this way. Ah. Alright, so Funeral. Okay, funeral. Beth 2. I think we unlocked Beth 1. So, perfectionist, teen transient. Cool. Beth 2. Okay. Alright, we've taken a look at these. Ah, there's stuff. Ashley's inventions. Oh, I definitely want to unlock that one. Anyway, so before story time, how about we take a little bit of a break time? Because boy, do I need to use the bathroom. Give me just 1 second here. Let's close that down. Let's go over to where we are so we can switch back to the host scene. Marvelous. Excellent. Okay. Oh, Zodin says if you hit escape, there's a memory option to check what you unlocked. That's incredibly helpful. And I'm going to check that out right after break. So we're going to go away for about 5 minutes or so. Break time for us means break time for you. So get up, take your meds, stretch, get some water, refill whatever it is you want to do, wherever it is you are in the world, because I understand we have some Australians watching, and people from everywhere, which tickles and delights me. So yes, we'll be back in just a little while with more Necrobarista. See you in a bit. Break time screen. Well, hello, and welcome back to the Ysbryd Games channel. I'm Jacob. You're the chat. We're playing Necrobarista. Let's get back to it. No big preamble this time. Game. I hope everybody had a nice break. I had a nice break. It was lovely. I refilled my tea and went to the bathroom. It was good. It was good. The bathroom wasn't the end of a quantum tunnel. Or hallway? Quantum hallway. Yeah. Which is nice, because I really had to go. Yeah. Anyway, let's read some stories. It's story time, but I want to do, Zodan says if you hit escape, there's a memory option. Boom. I'm going to check it out. Memories. Ooh, there's a lot. Ooh. Ooh. Most excellent. Well, I want to know more about Ashley, so I'm just going to go after all of Ashley's stuff, pretty much. So that says Ashley's inventions. Let's hope we've got the little widgets that we need to unlock this. Ashley's inventions, Ashley's original idea, do not steal. Kitchen assistant. No! No! Some memories seem to evade you. You may have to come back to this one later. Damn it. Well, fine. Funeral. Beth 2. Perfectionist. I mean, that's an axe. Let's try this one. Perfectionist. Maddy studied the gentleman at the counter as he raised his glass appraisingly. Her eyes narrowed on the drink in his hand as he took a sip. Some memories seemed to evade you. You may have to come back to this one later. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Did we do Beth 1? I don't think we did Beth 1. Did we do Beth 1? I forgot already. Let's check. Yeah, we did Beth 1. We did Beth 1. Alright, well, continuity. Continuity time. Some memories seem to evade you. You may have to come back to this one later. Son of a... Well, we have a lot of death tokens. Oh yeah, Beth 1 was the fighty girl. The one with the knives. Yeah. Hey. Funereal. I've been thinking, said Kishan. Uh-oh, said Maddy. Fantastic. Well, we can unlock this one. Let's do it. The Maricat asks, so is this a multiple playthrough game where you can't get everything without playing multiple times, or just you get to pick the order of things? I don't know. Somebody in the chat who has played this game could answer that question, which I'm totally cool with, even though it might be a little bit of a spoiler, because it is unlikely we will be playing this game more than once. I've been thinking, said Kishan. Uh-oh, said Maddy. About the people that I've left behind, said Kishan. Well, I'm not going to see any of them again. One of them could be about to walk through that door, said Maddy. Don't taunt me with possibilities, said Kishan. You brought it up. Yeah, well... He slumped over in a funk. Death has a real finality to it, you know? Yeah, it does, said Maddy. That's death. The travel from life to death is a very one-way street for all but a few individuals. And if you're standing here, then it's a bit late for chest battles. I guess I'm thinking more about the fact that I'm not going to see any of my old friends again. Not as long as they're alive, anyway. That does tend to be how death works, said Maddy. I hope you're not surprised. Not surprised, said Kishan. But also, I wouldn't have been surprised if that wasn't the case, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure on at least one occasion, I've threatened people by saying, I will haunt you. And now that's never going to happen. Pity, said Maddy. You could have been someone's grudge ghost film. Guess that one's confined to the annals of Japanese horror cinema. This being set so far in the future, I mean, I guess the ring or the concept is just, or the grudge, I should say, is eternal. Hey, said Kishan. I was wondering, do you think there's any way for me to see what's going on at my funeral? Don't, said Maddy. All right. I just thought, it's kind of everyone's fantasy, right? To see what people have to say about them after they've passed. Wouldn't you want to see what was going on at your own funeral? I think it's none of your business what goes on at your funeral, said Maddy. Really? Said Kishan. I mean, I think it's pretty common for people to plan their own funerals. At least if they go late enough that they can see it coming. I'd like to have my brother deliver a eulogy, don't let them play any Barry Manilow songs, that sort of thing. Maddy blinked. Do you have a problem with Barry Manilow? No, I have no particular opinion on the man or his music. But a lot of people who are old enough to be planning their own funeral do. You can make your plans. But whatever unfolds at the funeral is up to those who attend it. Kishan blinked. What about the wishes of the dead? I thought you'd have a bit more sympathy for their interests, considering how often you interact with them. I care plenty about the dead, said Maddy. You were asking about funerals. Funerals are for the living, my friend. Kishan opened his mouth to respond, but cut himself short. I never thought about it that way. I'm not sure what to say. If you're short on words but high on energy, you can expend some of that energy by carrying that box upstairs, said Maddy, gently kicking it. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, my. Gently kicking a large cardboard box that was resting underneath the counter. There's an alcove next to the bookshelf that would make a good home for this box. Kishan picked up the box, grateful for something to do with his hands. It was heavy enough that he had to make sure to lift with his legs and not with his back, but not so heavy that he felt out of breath by the time that he reached the top of the stairs. That's a good box. It's a well-balanced box. That's a box that knows what it's doing. He was breathing heavy, but not labored. It was a good feeling. Kishan set the box down at the spot Maddy had designated and sat down for a moment, waiting for his heart rate to return to normal. It felt good to feel his heart beating inside of his chest. Is this how it feels to be alive? He thought to himself. Damn. I'm going to miss it. Jason Maxwell says, Ysbryd streams are very good for making me feel the good kind of sad and existential. Good. It's kind of what we're about. And, the happy and joyful as well. This game is very good. And very, very much our jam. It's mostly feelings. We like feelings. Not really too picky about what those feelings are. Alright, I think that's everything. What was it? Perfectionist? Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's 4 stories. Okay, cool. Teen Transient. Teen Transient. Ooh, you get the backup and you actually get to see the whole thing. Oh, it's in a warehouse. That's badass. Ah. A teenage boy approached the counter. Soldiers... I'm gonna just take that back. A teenage boy approached the counter. shoulders slumped forward, head down, eyes on the ground, up until the moment he looked up to order a drink. Huantaw says Melbourne is full of these old warehouses. God, I can't wait to go. I looked into, so this game and everybody talking about it, especially a lot of the natives, to Melbourne and Australia in particular, or to Australia and Melbourne in particular, I should say, made me look up the coffee culture and cafe culture in Melbourne, and I could only look at like 3 pictures, and that was all I needed to be like, I am definitely going to go here one day. This is definitely on my list. Japanese coffee cafes and Melbourne coffee cafes. One of my favorite cafe chains that started in Kyoto is called Kurasu, which is owned by somebody in Sydney. But it's got a Japanese kind of it's a Japanese aesthetic and a Japanese way of going about things. I order coffee from them and have a coffee subscription because when they started, they didn't really know how to roast their own beans. So every month they would feature a different roaster from around Japan. And then once they learned how to roast their own beans, they started a subscription service for all of the different roasters of the people that they used around Japan. And there's a subscription box that you can get to get 2 different types of coffee, 100 grams of 2 different types of coffee from these roasters. And that's my special like weekend or day off, like morning coffee. I do like a special pour over because my head is really up my butt about coffee. Yeah. And Melbourne has such a cool, like all the cafes look so just rad. I couldn't look at too many because I didn't want to spoil myself, I guess, for the experience of just walking into some of them or finding them, but it feels like Melbourne is it's a place that it seems like it's good to just wander around and eat for a day or 5, that you can just discover these little places all the hell around. I don't know, it just seems so cool, and from everything that I understand, this game really captures a lot of that as well. He was old enough that he could have passed for a young adult with a better presentation, but the posture, coupled with the oversized backpack he was wearing, were a dead giveaway. Irrespective of his age, he was still just a kid. I like that. Can I get a Coke? An order befitting of a kid. Yeah, I think we can manage that, said Maddy. Think fast, said Shay. Maddy turned around just in time to see an aluminum can hurtling toward her. She almost caught it. The can rolled backward toward Che, who scooped it off the floor. He hesitated for a moment before setting it on the counter. No ice, right? Said Che. The boy nodded. No. Or, yeah. Yes to no ice. Che cracked open the can and poured it into a waiting glass. Wow, I'm surprised it wasn't shaken. Which he then slid down the counter, pushing it gently enough so that it came to a rest in front of the teenage boy. That's skill. That's a man who knows his bar, the weight of a glass, and the weight of a full glass. The boy grabbed the glass. Thanks, he said. He glanced around the room. If you're looking for a place to sit, there should be plenty of seats upstairs. The boy nodded and headed for the stairs, drink in hand. Plenty of seats down here, too, said Maddy, turning to Che. Yeah, said Che. But I think upstairs is more Tuan's pace. What did you just call him? Tuan, said Che. People have names, you know. That's the problem with having regulars, said Maddy. People expect you to remember their names. Now that I think about it, Tuan probably wouldn't mind finding out that you don't know his name. Can't have your name on Maddy's shit list if she doesn't know it. Should he be on my shit list? Said Maddy. Nah, he's harmless, said Che. Maybe a bit susceptible to peer pressure. But I think that's why he comes here. To meet with peers? To meet with people who aren't his peers, said Che. How many glum teenagers do you see around here? Too many, said Maddy. Well, maybe not enough, said Shay. Please tell me you don't actually mean that, said Maddy. Teenagers have the highest noise to spending ratio of any demographic. Not the glum ones, said Shay. And if I were a glum teenager, trying to find my place in the world and trying to carve out an identity for myself, I could imagine a worse place to do it than right here. I know I haunted the shit out of coffee shops back in my hometown. Teenagers can go be glum somewhere else. Whatever happened to proper teenage delinquency? Be careful what you wish for. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever happened to proper teenage delinquency? Be careful what you wish for, said Shay. We've been mercifully delinquent-free for quite a while now. Proper teen delinquents don't loiter in coffee shops. They set things on fire, spray paint alleyways, and stay out past curfew. Okay, well, I was a very good rules-following lad, so maybe she's right. Does the city have a curfew for minors? It should, said Maddy. Teens need to be able to break rules, and all the better if committing acts of vandalism at 11 p.m. gives them a 2-for-1. Maybe they should avoid delinquency and just stick to general mischief, said Shay. Oh no, said Maddy. We've already had plenty of mischief around here ever since Ashley set up shop. Got it, said Shay. Next time I see Tuan, I'll tell him he needs to be committing more crimes. What'll you do if he actually takes your advice? He won't, said Shay. Peer pressure only works if it's from a peer. Someone of my age telling him he'll be cool if he starts swiping liquor won't do much to assure him that becoming a thief is a ticket to popularity and acceptance. So find another teenager to tell him. I'll keep my eye out, said Shay. Well, I'm kind of digging these stories. So let's go see if we can unlock one more. I think we did the fisherman. Aha ha ha. Lamington recipe. What the fuck is a lamington? Ah, damn it. I don't get to find out. The Meerkat gifted a tier 1 sub to hello, fellow teenagers. Is it a different color if we haven't unlocked it? Oh, that's right. We can go downstairs now. Crucible product reviews. I think I unlocked most everything here. But let's see what else was in the basement. I remember the basement had some neat titles. And I like this ability to walk around this place that you spend so much time in. Humidry. Give me 1 second. There was, during break, there was a smell of burning hair coming from outside, and I had to close the window, but the temperature has slowly been rising, and I'm starting to schwitz, which is a Yiddish word for sweating. I'm going to go and grab, I'm going to go and open the window. I'll be right back. Pokernut says, "Ooh, I won't spoil you on the wonders of Lamingtons then." Schwitz can be used generally as a verb and a noun. So to schwitz is the act of sweating, kind of evoking like a like it's sort of pressurized sweat coming out of you almost is the general feeling. Or you're going to go have a schwitz. Having schwitz as the noun means you're going to go to a sauna or something and force sweat. You need to go have a schwitz. You need to calm down. Go have a schwitz. Just go down to the baths, have a schwitz. Talk to your nice Turkish friends. It's nice. Wandering Spirit. Did we do this one? We did this one. Was there other shit down here? Did I get turned around? I did. I got turned around. I got turned the fuck around. Alright, that's Beth 1. I think there was something down at the end. There had to have been something back here. There we go. Ashley's Journal 2. We found that. Oh, I guess we unlocked a bunch of stuff down here already. Well, fine then. Well, let's go up all the way up the stairs. Or Jacob's run out of patience finding stories, so we're going to continue on with the main. Ooh, they put in a reply mechanic into chat. Oh, nice. That's going to be very handy when I crash other people's streams as the company. Ooh, that'll make it much better answering questions. Day 2, 18:15 p.m. outside the terminal. Gah. I don't have the energy for this. Energy. Madding's been running on empty for several days now. Especially with everyone watching me. I hope he packed enough conductors. My order form was pretty vague. I shouldn't be worrying about the conductors when I'm not even sure I can pull the whole thing off without some sort of major screw-up happening. Supplier knew what I wanted the conductors for anyway, so we would have packed enough. Supplier. A good supplier knows enough about their clients to anticipate their needs. There's a certain amount of nosiness that is polite. And he knows that I've got Ashley helping me. Helping you with what, Madeline? Ah. Piss off, Ned. Rude.
You should respect your elders, you know.
Elders. Ned is not a young man, even by the standards of semi-mortals.
You should respect your elders, you know. My Patronus is a bucket.
God, listen to you. The council made you soft, didn't it? Oh, respect your elders. Follow all your totally arbitrary rules, or we'll make up some cheap reason to destroy your business.
My name's Ned, and I love rules. Are you done?
Does his scarf have a goddamn pocket? Is that a thing? God, I want that to be an Australian thing so bad. Because if scarves have pockets, that means the pocket has a purpose, and that probably means it's an adorable fucking cultural thing that I've never experienced before, and I desperately want to. So I hope scarf pockets are a thing. Because, boy, like, of course, everybody in Australia has a scarf pocket. That's where we keep a pen. Or we're emulating kangaroos. Pokernut says no, it's the removal of the local football team decal. Fuck. Damn. It's a footy logo. Damn. Okay. Footy being short for football. The footballs. Oh, God, I was really hoping. Corvus, I'll have to check out that link later. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Cool.
You sound wounded. Wounded. A steel chest plate can save you from a bleeding heart, but not a bruised ego.
You should be nicer.
Don't you tell her to smile. Wow, sick comeback. What was that guy you killed said?
Oh Christ, I am shot. Oh no, woe is me.
Just a little throwback humor for you. Did I strike a nerve?
Did you just...
Did I just what?
Maddy.
When Ned spoke next, it was in a deep, dark cadence, steeped in guilt and self-loathing. If Maddy had been able to see his eyes, she would have faced a withering glare.
We're rapidly reaching a point of no return. I can no longer promise to shield you from the consequences of your actions. What you just did there, quoting one of my victims' dying words at me, that was low. Even for you. Frankly, I'm disgusted. You dare to poke at my guilt. You dare. Let's talk about guilt, shall we? I don't suppose you might have anything weighing on your conscience right now, would you? As I thought. They may still weigh heavily on me, but I am absolved of my sins.
Sins. Some mortal debts take a lifetime to work off. Ned's had more than a few lifetimes.
I've had 100 years to process that, and to redeem myself through my actions. Your sins are fresh. They're lance marks on your soul, deep cuts in your aura. Swallow your arrogance, novice. I know what you did.
What you did. Maddy's sins weigh heavily on Ned's mind. They weigh even heavier on hers.
And I can't wait to see how you plan to make this right.
That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. Juanta says, I love the intensity you're giving Ned here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Voice actors don't often get feedback. A lot of times if a voice actor does their job well enough, then it's just something that's normal. It doesn't stand out. Like good lighting in theater. Most audio in games is like that. Day 2, 8:30 p.m. The terminal. Hey, it's Tuan. Age 16. Thinks he's smart. Not antisocial, just shy. Read a bunch of Wikipedia articles on optometry and considers himself somewhat of an expert. Hannah. Age 16. Knows she's too smart for her own good. Hobbies. People watching. Self-indulgent teenage angst. Taking advantage of the fact that she's too smart for her own good. Let's see. Two on. 16. So I'm not sure that alcohol actually makes you feel anything. No. So I'm not sure that alcohol actually makes you feel anything. Having trouble picking out a voice. So I'm not sure that alcohol actually makes you feel anything. Just Scottish. Everybody's Scottish now. I know they're in Melbourne. They all moved there when they were younger. Never shook the accent. Huh. Optometry. I mean, normally it would be like the typical nasally kind of nerd voice, like, so I'm not sure that alcohol actually makes you feel anything. But I kind of want to use that for her. I mean, I could do Valley Girl for her. That might be funny. Huh. Corvus. Change it up. Maybe he's Barry White. I cannot get that low of a register. I physically do not have the space in my chest to get that low of a register. Low. I can get about this low. Like, naturally. And still do it for a while. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm not sure that alcohol actually makes you feel anything. Huh. So I'm not actually sure. Sure. Yeah, posh British. We can do posh British. Or my version of posh British. Sure. Mousy lips. Mousy lips. So I'm not actually sure that makes you feel anything. In fact, going by its chemical properties, I'd say it's the opposite. Shut up, dork. We're planning a heist. Shut up, dork. We're planning a heist. Metaphysical debates about alcohol can come after. Oh, wait. Okay. So is 2-on the short-haired one? I'm confused a little bit. Okay. We're just gonna go green hair, brown hair. Okay. Green hair. Teen. Nasal. Got it. Okay. 2-on is green. Thank you. But this isn't metaphysics. I'm just talking about simple chemical interactions with our brains. Chemical interactions. 2-on is a guy who has the look of someone who knows more about chemical interaction than human interaction. Please take the energy you're putting into pedantry and redirect it towards the plan. Pedantry. Hannah is a girl who is ordinarily down for wordplay, but right now she's too busy with physical shenanigans to have time for verbal shenanigans. The plan? The plan. What's the plan? I was thinking I could just reach over the bar and grab the first bottle I see. Sounds risky. Very chaotic neutral. And what's your alignment then? Neutral good? Uh-huh. I'd say I was lawful neutral, but that's the coward's option. Yeah. But getting back to the plan. Oh, that was a good cut. That was excellent. Good visual gag. So freaking choice. That was so good. Oh. Using your own pedantry to distract you was absolutely part of the plan. Wow, so little faith in me. Gotta minimize liabilities here. Liabilities. Hannah's still learning to trust this guy. He doesn't have the look of an interloper, but you can never be too safe. You're out here playing checkers while I'm playing six-dimensional upside-down laser chess. Shit. I've galaxy-brained this, and now I'm holding the fruits of my labor. Don't you mean our labor? If you insist. Give me a closer look at that. What fruit did we pluck from the booze tree? Really stretching that metaphor out, huh? Yep. I don't recognize the language on this label. What? Let me look. What the hell? I don't recognize it either. Maybe it's a cipher? Cipher. A cider made from fermented apple juice. A cipher is made from fermented word juice. Oh. Yes. That feeds the Jacob. I feel my power grow. Delicious. Who'd make you read a cipher just to know what you're drinking? A sadist. Oh, we could ask Maddy what it is. She's a sadist, right? Sadist. What do you call someone who enjoys the emphatic pain they feel? Oh, and empathic pain they feel from hurting others. Hi, Miss K. Rose. Bye, Miss K. Rose. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's go find her then. Apart from the fact that we specifically nicked it from her. Oh, right. You're meant to be the lawful one here, dude. We agreed on neutral good. Me not challenging your assertion does not make it an agreement. Regardless. Wait, hold on. I sense a dark presence. Do you feel it? No, I don't feel anything particularly spooky in the air. Yeah, me neither. Oh. Okay. All right. I think that is a good place to wrap up for the evening. That was good. All right. Let me save this so I don't forget. Oh, that. Perfect. Oh, dear Lord. Oh. Also a good thumbnail. Oh, fantastic. Oh. Well, my friends, that is all the time we have for this evening. I want to thank you from the very depths of my soul juice for joining us tonight. Thank you very, very much. We're playing Necrobarista every Tuesday at 5 p.m. If you haven't yet, please throw us a follow. Join us on the join us on the Discord. We have been getting a lot more people from Australia on the Discord, and if we get enough and you speak up and let me know who you are, I will work on getting us an Australian mod so that our Discord can be operative on multiple sides of the world. If you'd like to maybe be that Australian mod, let me know. You can DM me on the Discord. But thank you very much for joining us. That's discord.gg/Ysbryd Games, by the way. Yeah, so we're going to be back on Thursday evening, which is going to be the last thing that I do before I go for a camping trip. This weekend, I got a new camp chair. I got a new camp chair, which is really nice. Yes. And a bunch of stuff. I spent money today. Next Tuesday, actually, Amethyst just reminded me, we are, that's going to be our once-a-month Jackbox night with the Ysbryd volunteers, so definitely come by for that. And then this Thursday, we're going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, which is when we stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to be continuing our playthrough of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which has been fantastic, subtitled unofficially as Riding That Chocobo Straight to Hell. So thank you very much again for joining us, and as always, take care of yourself, take care of others, and keep your spirit up. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye. See you around the Discord.